So I got some ideas.
What do we got? What are we doing?
What's that?
This would be Larson Farms mug.
You know, I was using one of those this weekend.
No, it's mellow yellow and orange juice.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's good.
Mellow yellow and orange juice?
Yes. It's a citrusy goodness. Really gets you out of bed. So what we're trying to figure out is we got to run a 2-inch line. That 2-inch line right there has to come down this hitch bar somehow and through the tractor. We got it through the tractor yesterday.
With
you guys did.
Minimal damage.
What happened? I was gone getting parts.
Nothing happened.
And I heard there was a rumor that they drove the hose over.
Yeah, so we had to get the tractor articulated all the way, and it can't do that sitting still, so we're rocking it forward, turning, rocking back, turning, and I'm watching to make sure it's not getting pinched in there, the hose that we just routed through. And then I remembered, well, the other hose is still hanging out the front, so I walked up there and, yep.
Run it over.
Sandwiched.
Oh my gosh. You have to cut some off?
Oh yeah, it lays over there.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we ran over, what, 2 feet or as wide as the track, so that's
$6.
That's
coming
junk.
out of Duggo's pay.
That's junk. Yes, just don't take it out of mine. I wasn't driving.
Let's go talk about what's happening today.
What is happening today?
Hey, there's Toby. Or what are we going to call this guy? The 9RX.
Call it the 9?
The RX? We could call it for now, the tractor that Duggo hasn't gotten stuck yet. Yeah, we got her all plumbed up. Got a bunch of parts from our inventory. Got a bunch of parts from Farm Chem, and we got her plumbed. Got her plumbed up pretty good. Tractor's pretty well done, except I didn't order enough
Yeah,
fittings.
so
waiting for some
don't
more
fill the tanks yet is what you're saying.
Yeah, that would be a problem. Plumbed up under there. We're gonna have a fill port in the front of the tractor and also at the back of the tractor. Let's go show them what a destruction Duggo did.
What do you mean? It's the hours of work that I've put in, that I've actually wore it out.
I'm sure there was abuse. I'm not gonna talk about that this used to be the head that I used to push. We sold your head. This was the first year Duggo used it and then he ruined it.
How do you ruin something that was already wrecked?
Come on, me wreck something? That's impossible. Look at that, we wore out the floor. Big holes in the floor, like big holes.
Impossible, Mr. General Duty?
Did I say impossible?
Impossible, I believe.
Oh boy. Tongue-tied in the morning, it's too early. Actually, all day is too early for me. Yeah, so we're gonna have May West come out and we're gonna install a poly liner, I believe, in the bottom of this head. So we'll let them explain to you the benefits. Yeah, we're gonna get new poly fingers because they're junk. They're junk. Look at this. This is what he qualifies as a clean head. A half-inch of mud in the bottom.
If that's a half inch, that explains a lot. Because you know how John Deere does it. They give you a little pinhole down there to wash all the dirt out.
Yeah, so the beans don't leave the head.
Do like the corn head where you can shut a door,
Yeah.
open the door, right?
That
You and I have talked about
that. Only makes sense. You want to talk about this hitch over here that you just put on? That's $600 right here. This conversion hitch from a class 5 to a class 4. Isn't that ridiculous? Get a new pin and then this big thing with a cable.
Yeah. I know what I'd say because there's no way that should charge a guy $630 for that. That is what you call a...
Taking advantage, I would say.
That's a very nice fluffy talk.
What about the hoses?
Apparently we don't fluffy talk around here much. Huh?
Yeah, we've added the expense to the extension hoses. Well, instead of the right ends being ordered and being put on the hose, added about the same dollar amount for the barrel
as the
actual end would have cost.
Why didn't you order female fittings right away?
I believe I
instead of
did.
two male?
I believe I did. I did.
You can see he's still a little raw about this whole deal. Who's gonna pay for that? That's gonna be $100, I bet.
Guys
More than that.
The guys that know about this situation, they're laughing right now. But yet still, I'm sure a little concerned.
But we know where they live.
Yeah, we do.
That's creepy. They just showed up. Better get the tools over there. We made it safe. No one's gonna get killed today. There's more cameras being set up. Are you nervous? Are you camera shy?
This is perfect. No, it's my time to shine. I was wondering if it was clean enough for him. He had a little house cat running around on his
Kitty
head
cat?
after I washed it twice.
He did clean the mud out finally. he couldn't do it power washing, so he got the vacuum cleaner out.
Just didn't have it in me.
How's it going today, guys? This is Nancy and another Eric.
Eric rules here.
I'm starting to feel it's getting intimidating around here with too many Eric. So you guys are from May West?
We are from May West Manufacturing.
And what are we doing today?
We are going to install a 635 liner kit on your 635 grain platform.
And it is a benefit because obviously there's a big hole in the bottom of the head. And does it improve with more even feeding? Or?
It's going to improve on many levels, especially when your beans are wet or your wheat's wet, a little dew.
Yep.
Or you're getting some of your peat ground where you get some of that green weeds.
Yeah.
It's going to feed better. That slick poly, your crop is just going to feed into your feed house.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. That's pretty obvious. Poly is going to flow a lot smoother, so there's a benefit to doing this even without a hole in the bottom of your head.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the best thing about it is going to be John Deere green. So
Does that hurt you?
Ask Zach.
It hurts him big time, yes. He tried to get me to wear a red
Zach,
one.
what do you think about that?
Yeah, if you don't recognize him from being in the Millennial Farmers videos, he's been out to see Zach, hang out with him, do some upgrades to some of his heads and equipment. They kind of go back and forth on the red and green stuff. You know, he bleeds green. We bleed all colors. We got a little bit of everything out here.
Absolutely.
Oh boy. I don't even have any deer gloves to give you, or cat, or case. Uh-oh.
Well, Chet,
Is that what,
I tell you what, Zach, he keeps me prepared around these green guys.
you notice how they're not used at all? Oh, never even been worn, I don't think, besides the last time that you seen them.
Last time I wore these,
Yeah.
some guy named the Millennial Farmer made me put these on to load his product in his truck.
And they didn't even get dirty or scratched.
Right? Right? Engineering team is here today. Justin Beato, Jeremy.
And then the big sweet.
Yes.
And we'll just stand with cameras and talk. Don't get dirty. So where the project starts is, first off, is to take these metal angle irons out that are there to guide the crop and keep it from back wrapping around, keep everything flowing evenly. They got to come out first so that the poly can be placed in there. We better get the picture for the gram. Working on heads. We should be working on planters, but whatever. We need this. It needs to be done before fall. And you know how summer gets. It's ridiculously busy. Hey, buddy, you're supposed to be on your bed. He doesn't listen. It's too many people. It's stimulated. Look at the two Erics giving her. So these just snap in. This is forward.
Yes.
Forward.
Yep.
So this goes underneath the pan.
Yep.
And they overlap each other because they got a notch.
Yep. Or a lap joint. So they're going to overlap. with one
Technical
another.
name.
Right.
Lap joint.
Lap joint.
So how does this fasten down?
It's going to be fastened by rivets.
You get the pop riveted. Do you have a fancy gun for that or something?
Yeah.
The manual top style, or is it electric?
I think we brought the electrical.
Otherwise, I'd hate to have to break out my
Yeah.
grandpa's
Right.
pop rivet gun.
Right. But no, and another great feature about these liners is, you know, it's almost perfect. John Deere matching. Mm-hmm. Keeps that nice look of John Deere.
Can you make
finish,
them for
right?
taste too?
Yes. Huh, that didn't take long.
Rip your shirt?
Yeah.
Whoa, I almost just did it too. So those come out, and then you're basically ready to start sliding in the new polys, right?
Then we'll be ready to start putting the liner in.
We want to have it sit down real nice and tight, and don't want dirt underneath it, so we're vacuuming it out.
Well, I imagine the auger's gonna have to get raised either now or later, so we're doing it now. They said it adds a 1/4 inch to plastic, so you will have to raise your auger just so your stripper plates don't get in the way.
Yep.
And I'm gonna raise this side 6 turns and the other side 4 turns. Get a little slant in the auger going.
No, ill-advised.
But that's ready. Doug's over there reading the manual for the first time.
First time since we've owned the head.
Doug off.
Was there plastic on that book?
No.
1, 2, 3 bolts there. Tighten that up. Auger raises. We're gonna overcompensate. We're gonna go way too high so that it allows working room to get those polys in, because who wants to struggle like that?
Oh, it's been a day already.
chain's really tight. You might have to loosen this first.
You gotta go this way too, so if you can push it in. There we go. Either way?
Nope, I'm tight there.
No more hole.
No.
Perfect. So basically the poly just goes right underneath this stainless
what
steel.
happens, you can see the mark here where the pan
I can
flexes
actually go
back.
a little bit.
Okay.
That's how far your pan will go back, so you don't want
Okay.
to have that push.
So you don't want this tight to the stainless.
Correct.
Okay, that makes sense. Once we get these all in, this is obviously must be the easy part.
Gonna be the easy part.
Then we just drill the holes from the backside with your stripper plates, put the bolts back in, that'll
Okay.
hold most of it down.
Oh, that fits in there really nice.
One good thing, Chet, you're not gonna be able to steal my battery for a year.
Yeah, you got lots of DeWalt.
Lots of DeWalt.
You know, the fuel are a lot better than DeWalt.
I've heard that. And the nice thing about it, it's red.
Well, you know that dog?
That dog over there?
He's the supervisor.
that makes sense.
He just keeps on barking orders.
Uh-huh.
See what I did there?
Looking at the
See
couch.
what I did there?
Yeah, I seen. I pretended not to.
Are you the boss around here? Come on.
Really think I should sit next to him. Yeah.
You sure you don't want to go and drill some holes?
I gotta supervise the supervisor.
Here's a red one. So you can see why this poly would be a lot better off for friction. Obviously, it ain't gonna be rusty forever once you are using it, but poly will never rust and poly will never stick. So that's a benefit besides rip the stitch. So that's a benefit besides the obvious of fixing the holes in the bottom of the head. We're gaining slickness. Everybody likes some slickness.
Everything's better in red.
Depends the guy. See there, that's the gun I was talking about. I've been tempted to buy one.
The amount of time it saves, it's worth the investment. Just one of these augers.
Every time we have people out to do stuff like this, we end up spending money. The last time we bought a Milwaukee solder gun. Now we're gonna need a Milwaukee rivet gun. Yeah, that's pretty slick.
You know, don't worry about the hand.
Nobody likes hand cramps.
No.
So how far apart you go? Looks like every 8 inches.
Every 8 inches.
This conforms very well. Look at that. You know, some engineer like you. Actually, there's these two guys that engineer.
Which ones are the engineers?
That guy and that guy. The guy is doing most of the work.
How typical.
See this line right here? This wear line? That is where this slides. That's why that. It looks like it should be all the way up there, but when this platform flexes,
When you lower it on the ground,
it actually sits and wears. So that's why that isn't. It's under there still by like
working.
a half inch. But
you'd hate to be the first guy to figure that out the wrong way.
if any of you guys put that on, just make sure you put it where the wear line is at the same spot.
Yeah, and they're jamming blocks under here so that it's held where it's gonna ride before they rivet.
Well, we push that down, then we can put rivets along the seams. All to hold that down. Then when we're done, we'll put the stripper bar back in there. That'll hold the center down too.
Okay. Nothing very fancy there. It's just some
No,
shrimp
just shims.
shims.
Just something to hold the plastic down to the trough until it gets put in place.
We're getting closer to having the front rivets all in. Anyone broke any drill bits yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Don't jinx it. So, me and I got arthritis in my wrist. You gonna put this on?
We need the Vaseline.
Yeah.
Did you get the Vaseline?
Last I seen, Eric had it.
Do you have the Vaseline up there? Really? You keep it in the refrigerator? Really?
Well, I have to do that? That's more. Something this, I don't like that. Don't hurt me. Okay, that's good.
So what we're trying to learn, and I don't think too many people do it, so not too many people know how to do it, uploading our John Deere boundaries and interior boundaries into the Precision 2020
Yes.
Gen 3 monitor.
Most importantly for tile flags, so it plants shuts off around the tile flag.
That's the goal. Anyways, that's the goal. So we're coming along here. We got all of the rivets in the front, or most of them. Then we, or I shouldn't say we, you guys, put blocks there to press this down against the steel.
Yep.
And now they are underneath here. They are drilling through the original holes, through the poly, and we're gonna use the
Refasten the stripper plate.
refasten the stripper plates. Pretty straightforward.
Pretty
easy.
straightforward. Yeah.
Just a lot of drilling, a lot of riveting, and I definitely suggest to purchase a automatic rivet gun.
Makes life easy.
Yes. Yes, that is for sure. And once we get the stripper plates in, we'll lower the auger back down to the correct height.
Correct.
It's that simple. Pretty simple.
Pretty simple. Pretty straightforward.
Yep. Yeah, go for it. You screwing with me? Is he screwing with me?
I think so.
Them guys, the Erics are teaming up on me. They're about wrapped up here. I know. Out of here. They're getting out of here. All done. Got it done.
We got her done for you, Chet.
Could be done a lot quicker if we don't stop and talk every 3
Yeah, but
minutes.
you got to talk and
Yeah, you gotta
eat.
You gotta have a fun time. We
Right,
ate dinner.
absolutely.
Mom brought food over, and
Absolutely.
everybody ate too much
It was-
and
it was
slowed down.
amazing.
Took turns taking naps on the flower couch with the dog.
It's got to be done.
Yeah, but no, we got it installed.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it looks like when it's completed. Just all poly, no more steel exposed besides the stripper plates.
Beside the stripper plates.
And other than that, it's pretty basic.
It's pretty basic.
just-
And
it's
as you watch,
super-
Chet, it goes together like a piece of puzzle.
Yeah, it's as easy as a puzzle. Everything's notched out. There is no certain way they go in. If you start in the center, you just work your way out.
Right.
Cut the poly off to the width of the head that you have.
Yep. Trim the excess off that you don't need. And the nice thing about this is look how close that matches the
Yeah.
John Deere green.
Matches perfect.
Yeah.
And the red matches the red.
The red
Pretty
will
good.
match the red, correct. Yeah. And it just,
For the fussy guys like you.
for the fussy guys like us, like us. So, and as we all know, John Deere is just a superior equipment, and we want it to match.
Ooh, did he just say that? Superior equipment. That might offend somebody.
Don't tell Zach that.
So, most time-consuming part is just drilling for the rivets.
Drilling for the rivets, correct.
That's about it.
Yep.
It is easier to install with the stripper plates rather than if you don't have the stripper plates, you got to run more rivets.
More rivets.
Along the.
Along the seams.
Seams,
Yep,
but-
and then along the back edge as well.
Okay, but with the stripper plates, you don't need to do that.
Don't
So
need
that
to put
just-
as many rivets in, so you can see the stripper plates. There's 4 of them, and they run almost the whole length of the trough minus the feed
Center.
house opening,
Yep.
and that's going to secure that liner in place.
Yeah, it looks clean. They should come from the factory with this.
Yeah, yeah. You guys are going to like
It's
it.
gonna feed a lot better.
It's going to feed a lot better. It's not going to, your material's not going to stick on the metal, especially in dewy conditions, or if you're cutting beans and you get into some peat ground that has some hemp weed and ragweed and whatnot. You know how much fun that is.
We don't have weeds. What are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah. That's good. Really? Good.
Oh, no, all farmers struggle with that.
Right.
Horrible problem.
Right.
Ground outs and stuff, but
Right. But no, as like I said, Chet, this goes together very simple. Little time consuming, drilling the holes to put the rivets in. Most importantly, you're going to save a lot of money versus metal panel.
yeah, no, that looks good. I'm glad you guys came out and got to show everybody
Right?
this kit. I didn't know they made it, actually. We were actually wondering, what do we do about that problem? When you got big quarter-size holes that we wonder when that happened, throughout the season. you start to lose crop out of
Right.
there.
Yep.
If we would have missed that, or if it would have just been developing right at the beginning, you could have probably paid for this kit with
Absolutely.
the beans that shoot out of the bottom of your head if you miss it.
Even those small holes, you're going to lose a tremendous amount of bushel through there. For more information, check our website out,
Yep.
www.maywest.com.
Yep. Be in the link in the description.
Yeah,
And they've got tons of products than just this. Tons.
we have a lot of products.
How many products did you say?
We're approximately at about 3,500 parts.
So go check them out. Their website has about everything for,
Most brands out there.
well, you don't know GM parts or Ford parts? Eric, do you need Ford parts?
I'm GM.
What do you got? Ooh,
So Doug said that your fingers were getting worn out.
yes.
So we
they
brought
are.
you some May West poly fingers.
Okay,
And guides. So,
we're gonna replace those. That's up to us though.
yep, so the spoiler alert for the next video.
Okay.
Poly fingers.
All right, we'll have to get those in there. That's always a two-armed, elbows jammed in those little ports here to replace these fingers, because obviously ours have deteriorated away to a concerning level.
Just a little bit.
Yep, and if you start losing those mid-season, your feeding goes way down and start losing it through the machine, or jamming stuff. Jamming's never good.
Gem is never good.
All right, well, appreciate you guys bringing out the engineers. The actual guys that do all the engineering for May West are the guys that installed it today for us. correct?
Absolutely. Yep, we have a wonderful team.
Thanks, guys. Say goodbye.
And Chet, thank you.
Yes, appreciate
And
it.
give us a call anytime.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be out again for
Yeah.
some products.
Yeah.
And
And here's my card. If you need anything at all.
should I leak your phone number? I thought they'd never leave. No, I'm just kidding. We really had a good time. There were some awesome people and we had fun. And we also learned quite a bit too. I think I need a nap.
I say, I don't know why John Deere wouldn't just put that in right from the factory. No auger in there, just zip that thing down and it, yeah, John Deere. Why don't you put that in right from the factory?
It would only make sense. Improved flow and never wear out most likely, or you'd have a long time
Yeah.
before that would ever wear out.
Go ask Dad what he thinks.
What was, we were just talking about how good the floor was.
I wore a hole through it.
What do you think?
I think you should move that thing out of here.
He just doesn't like the camera, does
No, I share that with them.
he? He doesn't seem to have much interest in it.
And you can still puke out the beans. Hey, we might need to add more rivets. As
Why?
often as you do that.
I don't run this one.
That riveting.
So we're now adjusting the auger. Now that they left us the fine details.
Yeah. We
It's
gotta
so
go
much,
down.
so much fun. We got to lower the auger a bit on this side, but the other side's looking pretty good.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's maybe too
Probably got to
close.
loosen the chain.
I did.
You did? Good.
I know.
Man, he's fast.
Yeah.
He's like
It's crazy.
he's like Michael Jordan of the farming game. Who's Michael Jordan?
I thought he was that poker player. Or no.
I think he's a basketball player, I think.
No, I doubt it. Doesn't sound like a basketball name.
Well, technically, for the record, you don't need to loosen these four because that just creates more work, because this adjusts how far these fingers come out of the auger, and when you loosen it up, they hit down here then. So technically, you might not need to adjust that because I moved it right back to where it was. So we're going off the John Deere head book for how much clearance to have against these stripper plates. What these pieces of steel do prevents wrapping around the drum. It's supposed to cut the soybean stem or keep it from wrapping around this thing. So there's a clearance gap that technically is supposed to be between those two right there. So we're getting her set in position. Well, that's a wrap on the day. Got that finished. The head should be done besides the poly fingers, but this has got to leave the shop. We got to get the bean planter back in here and get that project moving forward because planting season's coming a lot sooner than harvest season. So this thing's going to leave. We're going to get the bean planter in here tomorrow, and we're going to be working on row cleaner plumbing. So don't forget to subscribe, guys, and check out May West if you have any poly needs. We will see you next time, right?
Yeah, we got more fixing to do here, though.
We got to go fix on a lift station pump, but we're not bringing them with.
No.
We're out of here. It's too cold
Can
out.
I not go with?
See you guys.